No, me mojo. Ya viene otro.
Se me hace muy alto. Se hace muy alto ahí.
I don't need that. No way.
Está muy alto, Aventito. Sí, para que lo estemos hablando cuando venga Macri.
Ya les van a parar aquellos que
¿A quiénes?
se están acomodando.
Allá les dan mi vuelta, ¿verdad? Ya los acomodo.
Got on it, and it was a very bad picture of it. Because after parking, I got noticed that it was wrong. Like a flag,
I love you. They're good, right? I have more. Really? I'll eat them inside. Yeah, I mean, eat them right now, but like, if you got it another day, right?
En medio no se moja.
I'll get it wet.
different types of food. Even though killer whale ecotypes are different, they are all considered members of one species, or Sinus orca. Now here's a question we get asked all the time. How big does a killer whale grow up to be? Well, the answer to that question would depend on which ecotype you're referring to. Is it a 16-foot female in Iceland, or a 30-foot male in Antarctica? Let's take a closer look.
Killer whales, no matter which type, is that they are found throughout our global ocean, from the Arctic to the Antarctic, and literally everywhere in between. They are found in so many different habitats. These awesome animals are the living symbol of our ocean, representing so much more than their own species.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for Tuar and Kaika.
Aren't they just awesome? All right, let's take a look at some more of your questions. So many of you wonder about our trainers. In fact, raise your hand if you've ever wanted to be an animal trainer. Wow, that's a lot. Well, you guys should meet our dedicated team of trainers who interact with our family of whales every single day. You've already met Malin. Malin, who do you have joining you today?
Joining me on the main stage are my good friends Lisa and Luke. We are just a few members of an incredible team who dedicate every day to caring for these whales.
Our killer whale trainers are so passionate about what they do here each and every day, which brings me to another one of your great questions. Do the trainers talk to the whale? Malin, I'll let you answer that one.
That is a very good question. Now, we may not talk to the killer whales the same way you and I talk to each other, but we have developed a set of signals that help us to communicate with them. For example, if the trainers bend forward at the waist, the whales will nod their head in an up and down motion. We can also raise one hand into the air, and the whales will mimic us by raising a pectoral flipper. When we wave hello, they wiggle their flipper in a similar fashion. This ongoing communication plays an important part in developing the strong relationships we have with these whales. Because of this connection, one of the things we're able to do is answer important questions through research.
Here at SeaWorld, we have a unique opportunity to conduct research about killer whales, asking important questions that can only be answered in a setting like this. So much of what we learn here is being used to help killer whales in the wild. Of course, there are other questions that can only be explored by studying whales in the ocean. By exploring questions both at SeaWorld and in the wild, our combined research gives all of us a better understanding of killer whales and the places they live.
And that's what I call working together. Research flowing in both directions, from our parks to the wild and back again. That way, everyone benefits. Wow, those sure are a lot of questions. And believe it or not, we get them every single day.
We sure do. And to answer those questions, killer whales communicate with one another using all sorts of sounds. Let's take a listen and hear what our whales have to say.
Is that whale?
with you. All right, for the last one, we're gonna give the whales the signal I taught you right before the show. On the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Watch out! Remember folks, Chandler Stadium is a 24-hour splash zone. Harriet, Raina, thank you so much for your help today. We'd like you to have these whale tail necklaces as a memory of meeting Tuar and Cayucay. Let's have one more round of applause for our volunteers.
Wow, I think we got some future animal trainers with us today. Don't you guys agree? On the subject of kids, some of you may have heard of Kalia at SeaWorld San Diego and her calf, Amaya. Our SeaWorld social media fans actually helped us to name Amaya. Here at SeaWorld, we've watched newborn calves rely on their mothers for everything, from the very first moments of birth.
As a calf grows and gains some independence, it is looked after by other whales in the pod too. They help the mother protect the calf, teach it survival skills, and show the calf how to romp and play. Killer whales live in family-like groups known as pods. Like human families, their pods can range in size, from just a handful of whales up to a few dozen.
Now that you've had a chance to learn about Kalia and her calf Amaya, I am so excited to introduce you to the newest member of our SeaWorld San Antonio family. Born on December 6, 2013, to Mother Chikara. Ladies and gentlemen, along with her older sister, meet Kamea. It has been amazing watching Kamea learn and grow every day. We hope all of you join us in the future so you can see just how much she learns and grows then.
Isn't our family of killer whales just incredible? They're so important to us, which brings me to another one of your really important questions. Did having a killer whale breeding program here at SeaWorld help killer whales in the wild? Absolutely. Our successful breeding program has helped us to better understand the developmental needs of pregnant mothers, newborn calves, and young killer whales. It's critical information because this is when a killer whale is most vulnerable in the wild. Gaining this type of knowledge has only been possible through the research that we've been able to do right here at SeaWorld.
Recently, SeaWorld worked with researchers from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, to help them develop a model for identifying when a killer whale is pregnant by looking at aerial images of the animal in the wild. Prior to this cooperative effort, where SeaWorld provided direct, unparalleled access to our pregnant whales, researchers had no solid way of knowing whether or not a female in the wild was carrying a calf.
Even though we will no longer be breeding our killer whales, we will continue to share what we have learned from the last 30 years with the scientific community so that we can better understand and care for the challenges that killer whales face around the world.
Thank you, Neelan, the trainers, and the whales for your incredible contribution towards better understanding these amazing animals. And that brings me to my favorite question from you guys. Who takes care of you, Shamu? I love this question because it gives you a peek into just how much we care about these extraordinary animals. Neelan, are the trainers ready?
We sure are. The training you see here at SeaWorld is what allows us to take care of the animals. Let's take a look on the right side of the pool as Cayucay demonstrates what we call a fluke present. From this position, we're able to easily access the shallow veins in the tail flukes so we can draw blood and check their health. On the left side of the pool, Tuar is going to demonstrate a slide-out behavior. Now this is really impressive, but also so important. We can ask the whales to slide out right onto a scale so we can weigh them and make sure everyone is growing properly. The high-energy behaviors you see, such as breaches and fast swims, are behaviors that killer whales do in the wild and right here at SeaWorld. Let's take a look as Takara shows us how it's done. stimulation that comes from learning, interaction, and play. And there are many ways we can do this. Let's take a look as Luke and Chuar enjoy playing with a ball. This is what we call an EED. That's short for Environmental Enrichment Device. Essentially, it's a killer whale toy, and it's our job to come up with new ones for them to interact with all the time. We can also use things that appeal to their senses, such as playing music or giving them a rub down. Or, as Lisa is interacting with Cayuga, she's using a mirror so he can see a reflection of himself. We love coming up with new ideas, toys, and games to share with the whales. But with everything we provide, the best form of enrichment still seems to be interaction with other killer whales and our team of experienced trainers.
Well, that sure looked like a lot of fun, which brings me to one of your really fun questions. All the kids are wondering, who would win if a killer whale squared off against a great white shark? Raise your hand if you think the great white shark would win. Raise your hand if you think the killer whale would win. Those of you who thought killer whale are correct. You see, a great white shark hunts alone, but a killer whale hunts in a pod of killer whales. So it isn't even a competition. Killer whales can even be known to hunt a blue whale. Do you know how big a blue whale is? At over 80 feet, they're easily the largest animal to have existed on our planet. But killer whales are able to hunt them because they coordinate, collaborate, and cooperate. They work together to overcome challenges much bigger than themselves. You know, we could learn a lot from killer whales about how to overcome challenges in our ocean seasons. In fact, if we collaborate like the killer whales, I'm sure we could change the fate of our ocean and our world. Awesome! We've already got some more questions. And these are some really specific questions we get asked all the time. Why do some of their dorsal fins curve? Great question. You see, dorsal fins have no skeletal support, such as bones or cartilage to support that height and weight. They are made entirely of connective tissue. If an animal spends more time at the surface, this tissue may weaken and the fin may bend. We occasionally see this in animals both in the wild and right here at SeaWorld. Here's a fun question. How fast can they swim? Malin, can you answer that one?
Depending on their body size, killer whales can reach speeds up to 30 miles per hour. Let's check it out as Chuar shows us just how fast he can go. He's using a large part of his body, called the peduncle, to power his tail flukes in an up and down motion to help him build up speed. He can also use his pectoral flippers and that dorsal fin for steering and stopping, helping to make him more agile, and helping make killer whales the top predator of the ocean.
Up here on stage, her name is Luna, and Samson was born right here in this pool. Now, for the first 3 to 4 years of their life, beluga babies spend every moment with their mother growing, developing, and learning how to be a beluga whale. They swim in their mother's slipstream, being pulled along for safety and support. The slipstream is a rush of water just behind and below the mother's body. Now you'll notice Samson is dark gray in color. He's got dark gray coloration because that helps him to blend into his mother's shadow, and this keeps him safe from predators.
Swimming and riding along in a mother's slipstream is just one of the many lessons that a calf must learn. But it's not the only lesson that a mother will teach the calf. They must learn where to breathe and how to nurse. We get to be a part of all of these adventures, creating everlasting bonds with these amazing animals. It takes many years, and it's not easy to accomplish, but we build relationships based on trust. Now, we would like you to sit back as you get a glimpse of just how amazing this relationship can be.
Lying in a groove, listen to the rain, smile just to see the smile on your face. And these are the moments I thank God that I'm alive. And these are the moments I remember all my
share as humans are also very important to these intelligent and caring creatures of our ocean world. So when you think of your own friends and family, how essential it is to care for each other and keep each other safe, remember that we are not so different from our fellow creatures with whom we share our world.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Jamie, Maria, Christy, and our beluga whale. Poblano is a green-winged macaque, naturally found in the rainforests of Central and South America. Macaques are among the most social of all parrot species, often found living in large flocks. Good. Now I want to point out to all of you some of her really cool adaptations that help her survive in her natural environment. The first is this large beak on the front of her face. This beak is perfect for breaking through a variety of different seeds and nuts, which make up a large portion of her diet. Next are her feet. These feet are zygodiacal, which basically means that she has 2 toes that point forward and 2 toes that point backward, which makes it very easy to grab onto all of those tree branches. Now, not only are these animals extremely agile in the treetops, but they're also excellent flyers, and sometimes reach speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. Now, as she flies over your head, it's probably hard to miss all of those beautifully striking colors that she has. Well, all of these beautifully colored feathers are what makes these animals a very popular choice for a household pet. But what many people do not know is that macaques can often outlive their owners.
Now we wanted to give one of you the opportunity to get a little bit closer to this amazing animal. So take a look over here as we have Trainer Christy with a very special member of this very audience.
Hi everyone, I'm over here with a very special guest. Tell me what's your name? And where are you from? Everyone, this is Sophia all the way from home. That's a nice warm SeaWorld. Well, come on, Sophia. Now tell me, have you ever met a dolphin before? Yeah, she's right there. You're going to get to meet Avalon, one of our 5 Pacific white-sided dolphins. Now I have a very special way for you to meet her. All right, so you come on up here with me, just like we... No, okay, she's really sweet, I promise. All right, how about we do this? So put both your fingers like this, and we're going to wave them back and forth, and she's going to say hi. Ready? Go like this. Good job! You hear her saying hi? Very nice. All right, Miss Sophia. Take my hand and come on up here with me. There you go. Reach on down and give her a nice back scratch. Go ahead and rub her back. It's okay, you can do it, I promise. She's very sweet. Good job. What does she feel like, Sophia? Soft, very soft. All right, let's talk about some of Avalon's adaptations. An adaptation is simply something that helps them to survive in the wild. Now you'll notice Avalon has a beautiful white stripe down the side of her body, and she has a white belly as well. This is called disrupted coloration, which allows her to blend into her environment, and it keeps her safe from predators. Now, Sophia, would you like to feed her? Yes, you can do it. You take this fish and toss it in her mouth. Go ahead and toss it right to Avalon. There you go. Good job. Very nice. Go ahead. Good job. Here at SeaWorld, we feed our animals restaurant quality fish, such as capelin, herring, and sardines. Now, Sophia, do you know what type of fish this is? It's a dead fish. I'm just kidding. This is a capelin, but it is dead. There you go. Take it and toss it right to her. Good job, Sophia. Now smell your hands. Woo! Fishy, huh? Okay, just wipe them right on your shirt. There you go. Say hi, Mom and Dad. Good job. Very nicely done, Sophia. All right. Now, Avalon has a special way to say goodbye to you, okay? Come on up here with me. I promise it'll be a lot of fun, okay? I'm going to help you. There you go. You're okay. Now, ready? We're going to do just like we talked about, okay? Avalon's going to come up and shake your hand. Ready? 1,
are social animals and live in large family groups or pods. They are often seen swimming along with other dolphins and even large whales. Highly energetic, fast and graceful, these water acrobats seem to defy gravity as they leap, twirl, and dive. Strong and incredibly fast, they are enthusiastic swimmers and can swim at speeds of up to 22 miles per hour. These graceful animals are truly the acrobats of the sea. For these creatures and their environment. Nothing is too small or insignificant. What we do matters. What you do will have an impact. You've already started making an impact by visiting us here at SeaWorld. You're supporting our efforts to care for the world around us. Dive deep and learn all you can. Together we can make a world of difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at Ocean Discovery Dolphins and Beluga Whales. We hope you enjoyed the show. Please come back for a completely different and cool show. And
Para acá donde están mis tomados de fines.
Ya se va. Déjalo.
Y se le sacó las patas.
Déjalo que saque.
Se lo pone en el agua, va a caminar.
Mira, este ya se va también. Sienten el este y se esconden.
Entonces el otro también. Ahí va caminando, ¿verdad? Ok, ya también ya se fue. Pero en el caso están nomás aquí todos.
Tengo que ir por atrás de mí.
Ya está llegando la gente al...
Allá.
Corazón, se te están pelando. Mira, ¿de dónde van aquellos?
Sienten el movimiento y se esconden.
Tiene su manero que está chingando, güey. Cálmese, déjale en paz. ¿Qué tiene, niño? ¿Qué tiene? María no está aquí. Qué malo, güey.
¿Y cuánto cobran?
Aquí, ahorita nos dicen.
No, algo dice que no te puedo pasar.
viene muy abajo del cemento, lo levantan el barco.
Lo levantan y bajan la rampa. No, mira, no cobran por pasarlo. No.
Hombre, apenas le iba a decir, ¿qué? ¿Cuánto? ¿Cómo nos llegó el dinero?
Que se lo pasen al precio.
Medio moviéndose.
Aquí está la playa.
Ahora sí trae memoria esta para grabar unas 2 horas de video. Bueno, medio igual.
¿Dónde rentarán las sombrillotas?
A ver, veo la que trae Whitey.
No, mira, Francisco, aquel sí trae como la de Macri.
¿Cuál?
Mira,
Pues sí,
¿Quién?
más que se mantenga.
mira, ya está otra. Como la tuya, Macri. Oh, mira, acá ya está una azul, mira.
Sí, pero ¿cuál es que el terreno no está muy sucio?
Aquí no, ahí.
Me iba a meter más para allá.
Ahí está otra, mira.
Nomás que vine a
La
dar vuelta
avenida.
acá.
Está muy brava el agua.
No, pues no te dejan, no dejan. Sí. No dejan pasar para allá, tienen razón. ¿Dónde les gusta aquí o allá?
Aquí está
Ah,
uno.
más baños.
Pero se me figura como que va a estar una tienda ya
Y
que no.
si no me regreso, hombre.
Aquí, no. Le ponemos la hielera en el este, Paco.
¿El qué?
En el cordón negro. ¿Ya está un cordón por abajo?
Ajá.
Le ponemos la hielera.
No, que no hay dónde meterse al agua. Ay, lo mismo que se quemen.
Aquí había lugar para poner la taza.
Sí, mija, sí, para las películas que vienen manejando.
Ah, no, aquí.
Sí.
Pues,
Aquí donde hay mucho espacio.
aquí nos metemos, no, vale, padre. Órale.
¿Pero fue a reversa, corazón?
Como quiera usted, de reversa, de frente.
Esta no está como las de las playas de México, ¿verdad? Paco? No. Que están los hoteles y así.
Pues aquí pasándolo en la sombrita.